I read 7 books in the month of August, so let's quickly talk about them. First off, right off the bat, I did my 24-hour readathon at the very beginning of August. I read 3 books. I started with Tom Lake by Ann Patchett, and I really like this one. I'm definitely a theater nerd, and this was a really great literary fiction piece, which I have been craving because I haven't been reading a lot of literary fiction lately, which makes me sad. But it was good. I really enjoyed it. I wish that it was longer, if I'm honest. I read The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager because I was looking for spooky summer slasher vibes. This disappointed me. I think I'm giving this one like 1 star. Like at first I was like, oh, the vibes are vibing. But then I was like, oh, Riley Sager doesn't know how to write women. And when your book is from the perspective of a woman, that's kind of important. But it was annoying and cringy. And then the book just went in a supernatural route that I feel like just was not properly set up or explored. And it just kind of killed it for me. Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. This was her first and I believe only YA novel, but anything Ali Hazelwood, I'm going to read. I loved it. It had me giggling and kicking my feet. It had like all of the tension and yearning that her books normally have, but it was YA, so it was good for me. Then I read A Theory of Dreaming by Ava Reed, and honestly, I'm just obsessed with this series. I'm going to give it 4 stars because I think it was a little bit of a filler book, but not in the way that normal filler books are, if that makes sense. Normal filler books kind of make me want to die because they're boring. And I'm like, you're setting up one thing. But Ava's writing is just really beautiful and intriguing, regardless of what's going on. This book was a lot of setup, which is obviously going to pay off in future books. But I wasn't bored, despite the fact that it was like, okay, we're just setting things up. But it was intriguing the entire way through. Then I listened to the audiobook for Once Upon a Broken Heart, which I previously read that book last year. So this was like a reread, a re-listen. And honestly, it holds up. 5 stars still. I also read on ebook Margot's Got Money Problems, Margot's Got Money Trouble, which I think I'm giving 4 stars. It was almost perfect. It just lacked a little bit for me, but that being said, like, it was still really good and relatable, and I was rooting for my girl Margot the entire time. Lastly, I read Bunny by Mona Awad, and honestly, I think I'm giving it 4 stars too, but it could be a 5 stars because I'm a sucker for a cult story, and this honestly was just like the first 100 pages. It was like, okay, we're setting things up, we're going culty vibes, and then once we hit that middle mark when what happens, I was like jaw on the floor. Honestly, I was hooked. I was terribly, terribly hooked, and I cannot wait for the sequel.